The Usal Redwood Forest, purchased by RFFI in 2007, is a commercially harvested forest that has been managed by various regimes over the past 100 years. Decades of clear-cutting had not only removed the old-growth redwood and fir trees, but also left open swaths of exposed land where tanoak trees quickly sprouted and outgrew the redwood and fir seedlings around them. Tanoak trees compete for sunlight, water, and nutrients, and have kept the merchantable trees stunted. Today, the forest is overcrowded with small-sized trees, affecting both wildlife and water. Control of tanoaks is mandated by state forestry guidelines when timber harvest plans, or THPs, are permitted. The law states that conifers cannot be taken and hardwoods cannot be left to reoccupy the site. In other words, the past practices cannot be repeated. In contemporary forestry, tanoaks are often treated with herbicides to kill them. Methods have changed over the years, but the common practice today is known as hack and squirt, or frill techniques. This involves injecting the chemical imazapyr through the bark into the cambium layer. The tree stops growing and is usually dead within a year. One experimental approach to controlling the growth of tanoak is the removal of bark from a portion of the tree trunk, a process known as girdling. The theory is that without its protective bark, these trees will weaken and lose their canopies. After the tops of the trees stop growing, the tree's roots will still sprout. However, given a head start, we hope that the conifers will be able to grow towards the light faster than the new sprouts. Girdling is slower and more expensive than hack and squirt, but it is not dependent on chemicals.
Okay, what we're looking at here is the Poughkeepsie THP, where we did a transition silviculture, and then after we cut the conifer, we came back and treated the hardwoods by girdling them, as you can see out over there at the bottom of the trees. The reason why we're girdling them is because in order to cut Group A species trees, we have to reduce Group B the same ratio, the same percentage. So we can't just come in and cut the conifer and not do anything with the hardwoods. So essentially what we did here is we sent in a crew of guys. They came in with chainsaws. They manually cut into the tree and they stripped all the bark down off all the way. So we girdled it, and the hope is what will happen is the cambium's now opened up. It's more susceptible to disease and bugs, and eventually the tree will die and fall over. And to do a tree like this probably takes anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how sharp your chainsaw is and how tired you are from the last tree you just came from.
They're just going to be dull quick.
And if you look behind me, there's hundreds of them. One reason why you have to go all the way around the trees, because what we have found, if you just do a portion or a piece, the tree will actually grow back. It will actually repair itself and fix itself. It may not actually die.
Are you actually severing the cambium, or are you just exposing the cambium?
Looks like you got severed there. Huh?
Yeah, it depends.
So it can actually, it may not, that girdling all the way around and severing the cambium may not necessarily kill it?
Yeah, it grows back.
Yeah.
That's
amazing.
crazy.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's a re-sprout, but the stem still
Right.
looks like it's alive. Why do you need to expose it like this and go to the trouble of shaving the bark off? Why can't you just sever and walk?
You mean sever like fall?
Well, no, you do walk all the way around. Why do you
We
see
know
the
that
need
doesn't
to sever the bark?
Because we found that other route doesn't work.
Just cut it all the way around and moving to the next one, it won't necessarily.
No,
this is
it'll
more.
heal itself.
It
It
will
needs to have
actually.
more open. We're hoping that this will work. There are studies that are even higher, 4 feet,
Really?
to really do it. Or you could just come in and cut it with a chainsaw and walk away. But what's going to happen is already what's starting to happen there, which is going to sprout back.
At issue is, will girdling work and allow the conifers less competition to thrive? That is the question RFFI is trying to address.